Hello, beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. I am so excited to be here today because there's so many things happening. I'm recording this at the end of August, but this is the forecast really for September. And how many of you have felt that August just came and went? Like, really, where did August go? The energy of the planet is speeding up, and it really does feel as if we are just moving so quickly, so fast through time, and you just blink and the month is over. Well, the energy for September feels just the same, if not faster. And as we are moving through a really fast period in which it feels like everything is just going fast, like so fast, right? Like you just don't know what's happening. At the same time, there's a lot of stuff happening for us. So the way it feels is like, I don't even know what happened this month. I don't know like where the month went. Where is it? Like what's going on? Yet a lot of things happen during the month of August. Just think back of like, okay, what did I do? What happened for me? What breakthroughs did I have? What things did I lean into? Like what happened, right? Well, September has the same energy that it continues on from August. August had like the Lionsgate portal. It had the energy of Leo, and now we continue to move forward into that same energy. It's like the big wave came, and now we're riding the energy of that wave that is pushing us forward. So, what's coming through for September is don't stop, right? Feel into your heart, feel into the space of your heart, and follow every single hint, every single idea that makes you feel light, that makes you feel excited. Follow it, act upon it right away because since the energy is moving so quickly, if you pause, if you start to ponder, like, is this the best thing? How am I going to make it work? That's the main thing that stops us humans from moving and from creating things is trying to figure out the how. How is this going to work, right? So don't stop, just go ahead and lean into what you're feeling that is going to bring you forward to the next level. Because if you don't, if you stop, if you think, if you start trying to figure out the hows of the logistics of how things are going to work, then that idea, that thought, that willingness to do the thing is going to pass you by. And then, well, you're going to get another one. You're going to get a different hint, a different idea, a different thing that you want to try. And then you can go ahead and do that one, right? But most of the ideas that you will be receiving this month of September are going to be really big ones for you in a way that will help you change your life for the better. When you lean into it, when you take action, when you follow your heart and you leap forward with complete faith in like, yes, this feels good. Yes, I have no idea how it's going to work, but I'm still doing it. I know that the universe has my back. I know that this is for me. I know it's going to help so many people, obviously, including yourself. And then you act upon it. And then you'll see that when you do that, then you'll get the next level of ideas or thoughts of things that you can lean into. You're going to get that download and then you're going to act upon it, and you're going to propel yourself so much faster when you don't stop. So the energy of September is don't stop to think about it, just stop to feel about it, and then act upon whatever it is that you are receiving, right? So I have taught this many times, right? I'm going to share with you again. When you have an idea, a thought, a feeling, and it feels light, exciting, then it's for you. It's good. Go ahead, right? If it feels heavy, scary, like I don't know, it's not 100% like, yeah, I'm doing it, then it's not for you, right? So use your heart, use your body to feel into your body what feels right and what doesn't. That's how you're able to tell which is good and which is not the best course for you at the moment. It's how it feels within your body. So feel into it. Like, for example, what I'm receiving right now is that a few of you here are having this idea of writing a book, and it feels like it's my life story. I want to make this known. I have to share my story. And if this is resonating with you and you're feeling like, yeah, that's me, I'm like, yeah, I've had it, then start writing and allow yourself the time to just flow with the words, flow with what's coming to you, and just put them down. You don't have to have an outline, you don't have to have a title, you don't have to know a know-how. All you need is either pen and paper, a notebook, or a laptop, which would be better because it can fix things, and just start writing while you are in the flow. And the flow means that you're just writing and writing and writing, and you're not worrying about punctuations or run on sentences or grammar. You're not worrying about any of that. You are just typing and pouring out your thoughts, your ideas, your feelings from within, and you're just writing. You're not even reading it back. They're showing me you doing this and not even reading it back, and you keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going until you stop. So this month actually of September is a really powerful month for you to get things done. So not only just taking the idea and running with it, but also getting it completed, getting it done, or getting it almost done to the point where you like now have these huge manuscripts that needs an ending, and then obviously you need to go back and revise and do all the things of the proofreading and all those things to move forward. That is just one example, right? If you are feeling within you that you want to go deeper within your own spiritual expansion, and you want to dive deep into, let's say, yoga or anything else that is coming up for you, meditation or writing or whatever is coming up for you, that you're like, okay, I want to read more about that, I want to learn more about energy healing, I want to immerse myself in in nature, I want to, explore this modality, because there are so many modalities out there, guys. There's so many. And the reason there are so many is because there are so many of us humans here incarnated right in our bodies, and not one of them is wrong or right. Not one of them is the only path. They are all fabulous, fantastic, and they all work as long as whomever is leaning into it is aligned with that frequency, right? So the reason that you see so many different things, right? You see tapping, EFT tapping, you see hypnosis, you see energy healing, you see breath work, you see yoga, you see Tai Chi, you see whatever it is that you're seeing out there, and as many different, let's say, energy healers or akashic record readers or light language transmissions, as many of them as you are aware of and or see, they all have something specific that really works, really, really, 1,000% for the person who is actually transmitting their own medicine, right? It could be plant medicine. If you are tuning into your own heart and you're feeling through intuition, you're being guided to use this plant and this oil and this fragrance in order to heal you and help others, and you are the one who's being guided to pick these things and use them, then that medicine is for you to explore, for you to really develop, for you to use with you, and if you choose to, for you to share with others. And anyone who resonates with your frequency, with your energy, will also resonate with your type of medicine. However, until they take whatever you teach and make it their own. That means tweak it a little bit to make it their own so that it resonates 1,000% with their own frequency. Then it works just as great or better. No, not better. They're saying it's the same, just as great for them as it does for you. This is why you see so many healers, so many different modalities, because we are remembering who we are. We are remembering what helps us awaken, helps us remember what we're able to do, what we used to do, what works best for us. And when we are pulled or attracted to different people, to different modalities, and we want to learn about it, it's because that particular thing, modality, person has a specific key for you so that you can open that door with that key and begin to remember deeper and more profoundly who you truly are, who you have been, what you're able to do. So, this is why you may have seen yourself, you may have found yourself finding, I'm just going to go with EFT tapping because it keeps coming up today. Which, by the way, EFT tapping does not resonate at all with me, right? It came into my awareness and I tried it and I'm like, yeah, this works, but it's just like, it just feels like too much for me. It didn't resonate with me, right? So if it doesn't resonate with me, it's not going to work for me as great as somebody who's like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is really life changing for me, right? So let's say it's EFT tapping for you, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing, great! Let me learn more about it. Let me see how it is. Let me practice it. Let me clear some things." And you're using it and learning it and diving deeper and deeper into it, and then you create your own. So EFT tapping, for those of you who don't know, is a tapping mechanism where you say certain phrases while tapping different parts of your body, right? So you're tapping your third eye, you're tapping under your eyes, you're tapping over here, you're tapping on the side of the hands. There's a whole sequence of tapping as you are repeating certain sentences that are allowing you to awaken and release whatever it is that you're working on. And when you start learning about EFT tapping, you will receive guided scripts of what you can say in order to work through whatever it is that you're working through. And as you are working through that and moving through that, the more that you practice into it, then you will get to a point where the script that was given to you by whatever the school was, or the class, or the course, or the person begins to shift, and you begin to put your own words, your own sentences, and you begin to heal according to what you intuitively are receiving in order to tap and move through, right? That's what it means. Like, you lean into whatever it is that really sparkles something within you that makes you feel excited, and you want to go and try it and study it and dive into it and learn more about it. And then you get to the point where you make it your own. When you make it your own, in this case, would be like you intuitively downloading what sentences, what phrases, what words you want to be saying and repeating while doing the tapping so that you can heal yourself. That's when it integrates. That's when that key has completely opened that door and you have completely remembered how to use this tool for your own uses, right? And this goes with everything, right? It could be Akashic Records, right? Like, there's so many Akashic Records readers, practitioners, and so many courses how to open the records, right? You can see, like, with Linda Howard, you can download her prayer on how to open the Akashic Records so that you can connect and have access to that full library of all of your past lives, future lives, present lives, whatever. And once you really feel that it's yours, it has integrated, then you will find that you are saying a different prayer, something that is coming down for you to open the records, right? For me, for example, I don't use a prayer. I don't use an opening cry. I am just instantly there. I'm there all the time. So I don't go through all of that. And even though I studied it and I used it at the beginning, it's like, no, you're there already. And so for me, it's like, I'm already there. That's me having remembered completely how to use this one tool and integrated it within me so that I can begin to use it for the greater good of all, right? So that's what it means. So anything that you're leaning into, that you have this, like, oh, I want to try that, I want to work with that person, I want to try this course, If it makes you feel light and excited, do it. Just jump on it. Don't think about it. Don't start dwelling on it. Don't start figuring out, like, oh, do I have the time? Where's the money? No, don't. Because when you lean forward on that divine hint, the divine whisper within you, and you take action, what happens is that the universe has your back. It's covered. Everything gets taken care of, and you're like, oh, it worked out. Wow, look at how that worked out, right? That's what it means to be working through your intuition, trusting the hints that you're receiving, taking action, and then you'll see, as if by magic, because it does feel like it's magic, that everything is working out for you. And then you get the next hint, and the next hint, and the next hint. And then when you lean on that quickly and you take action and you move forward, then that's when you see that your life begins to feel like a fairy tale or like heaven on earth, that you're living here in this magical place. Now, really important. My last message from last week was all about, it was from the angels, and it was all about leaning into what you want, not what you don't, right? While you are receiving your downloads, your wishes, your wants, your hints to lean into things that are exciting for you and you're taking action, what's happening is that you are filling up your time, your physical time here on earth, your physical days, in spending time leaning into that thing that you were attracted to, where you begin to grow and expand here. And all of the times that you're doing that, you are raising your frequency, you're expanding your energy, and you are maintaining a higher level of consciousness, a closer connection to the divine self. You are in this space of like, everything is flowing for me, everything is growing great, because you are putting your time in your own self worth, your own personal development, your own joy, leaning into things that really bring you that joy, that excitement, that wow, this is great, or this is amazing, or whatever it is that is making you feel as you're leaning into these things. And that takes time away from you scrolling on your phone, watching the news, choosing to watch TV shows that have darkness in them, right? Engaging in conversations, talking about other people or other things, talking about the things that we don't like or the lack of. We don't have time to engage in those things when we use up our time to lean into the parts that are being fed to us or given to us, where we always have choice, to lean into, to grow and expand and raise our frequency. So the more that you take that hint, that idea, that thought, and you take action, now you're making yourself busy, right? So I'll give you an example. I'm recording this on a Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. Usually, I have nothing going on Sundays. I just hang out with my family, right? That type of stuff. And today, I had this hint to join into this masterclass that's happening tomorrow. And I felt into my heart, and it said, "Yes, this is exciting. Let's do it." And then I questioned it, and I was like, "Yeah, I really do it. Is this really going to be good for me?" So I asked my body, right? I used the sway. If you guys don't know what the sway is, you stand up straight and you close your eyes and you state your name. You say, "My name is," you say your name, and then you just stay there, and you will feel your body move forward for a yes or backwards for a no. Or you can say, "Show me yes," you move forward; "Show me no," you go backwards. And then you know that you have the pendulum of your own body, the sway in your body set. Then you ask the question. So then I asked the question, is it in my best interest for me to join this class, this course tomorrow? And I got a yes. So I was like, okay. So I signed up, I did it. Now I'm booked for tomorrow. So now usually on a Sunday when I don't have much to do, I am booked for about 6 hours from like 12 to 6, where I'm going to be doing personal development, personal growth, right? And it's like, what? Right? So all of those hours, it's a huge chunk of hours, right? I'm going to be in a place that brings me joy, that brings me excitement, in a place that I am intentionally growing and expanding my energy for my highest good, instead of having time off to just lean into anything else that may not be as great, right? So that's just an example, personal example that's coming from me. So this is how it looks. So the month of September, they're asking you to do a lot of this, to lean into the things that you want and wish. And when you find yourself bored at any moment or time, or if you catch yourself scrolling or just aimlessly looking for some type of movie that you don't even know what it is, just to kill time, then become aware of that and then lean into something that you have received a hint of. It could have been, I want to go dancing. It could be, I want to go take a yoga class. It could be, I want to paint today. It could be, maybe I'll start that writing that book I wanted to. Maybe it's, I want to meditate right now. Maybe I want to do that, right? So lean into something that brings you joy, something that is personal for you, that brings you that heart to expand, and so that you can remain on this high frequency level of energy. This is so important because when we don't do that this month, those of us who do not choose to do that, we will have downtime to scroll, watch the news, get into conversations that are really none of our business, right? And when we do that, we're going to begin to feed ourselves negativity that is happening around the world, around us, right? And when we allow that negativity to permeate our bodies, our frequency, our energy, then what happens to our frequency? It gets lower, right? Because it's global part of all the people who are leaning into that, into the terrible world, the horrible calamities, the all of those things, right? And so now you become a part of that, and then you begin to feel like there are no answers. Life is hard. I can't get out of this. What do I do next? And you begin to experience really the denser 3D reality, which is going on right now, at the same time as the one that is moving up towards 5D, which is where everything is flowing, everything is working out for you, everything is amazing, right? And you're kind of aware of the things that are happening on the 3D, but what happens? But it's kind of like watching a distant movie when you are leaning into your own thing versus being in that horror movie. Does that make sense? So either way, this is the way it's happening, right? The month of September is going to go really fast. A lot of things are going to happen in the world, a lot of things. And a lot of them are not going to be as nice or pleasant, but they will not touch you or bring you down if and when you are engaged in your own personal bubble of energy where you are the light. And this is important because when you become the light for you, right? And you might be thinking that's being selfish, or how can I not care about what's happening? Well, when you take care of yourself, your own heart, your energy, and your energy is rising and is vibrating here, then you are not just helping yourself, but you are helping everyone in your circle, right? Because positive energy is really expensive and it reaches really far. So everyone around your circle, like your immediate family, maybe even your neighbors, will receive that positive energy from you without you needing to do anything. They just receive it because you are. It's kind of like the sun putting its light out and everyone receives the benefits of daylight. That's how it is, right? And then when you lower your frequency, when you begin to give your attention to the things that are not as nicely in the world, which are happening, then you are just part of that. And you're not lighting anything or anyone, and you're not helping anyone come out. So, how do we help, let's say, the 3D, the density, the line of people who are not aware or not or choosing to remain in that density, choosing to see only the bad, the negative, instead of what is good in the world, right? How do we help them? You help them by shining the light. It's like the sun is outside, and you can choose to go outside and get sunlight, or you can choose to remain in the basement and not see the sun ever, right? Where there's a lot of darkness. They can come out. It's not your job to pull them out. Your job is to be the light, to be the sun, and just be. And they are invited to come to you because your energy is so contagious, so beautiful, so amazing. People are going to be like, "What are you doing? I want some of that," right? So, this is the part, this is how you help others. You're not helping them by going into that place of gloom and doom. You're just adding to the fire, right? So if you want to help, that's how you do it. And how do you do that? You raise your frequency first. You heal you first. You lean into things that make you better. You lean into things that make you feel more loving, more joyous, happier. And that's how you attract other people to your light. That's how you help them, because they can see you. Oh, look, that person's happy. I want some of that. What are you doing? Then they ask you. If they ask you, and that's the only time that you should be sharing with someone who you see it might be struggling, then that's when you tell them, right? You don't want to be saying, "Hey, why don't you XYZ?" Because they're not going to take it. They're not going to take it if they're not ready. They only take it, maybe, if they ask for it. Does that make sense? All right. So, month of September is a recap here. Lean into everything that you're receiving that makes you feel light, happy, and joyous. Take action and keep doing that. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, so that you keep moving forward. And, oh, this is the other thing. As you do this, you know what's going to happen? You are going to make leaps in your life. You're going to be in like a completely different place for the better at the end of September when you lean into that energy. When you're not leaning into that energy, then you are remaining in the density, in the hardships, in things that are not as working out, right? In the scarcity. So when you're moving forward, you will be jumping over to the next level in your timeline, which is a higher frequency, and is going to help you navigate anything that's going on in the world. That's the energy forecast for September. Don't even look at or stay or even give your energy at all to anything that you do not like or don't like the feel of it. Just leave it and move into the parts of what you really do like. With that, I leave you. Let me know in the comments how this feels for you. Let me know if it helped you. Please subscribe if you haven't, and share so that other people can receive these messages. If you are looking for more support, look down on the description in this podcast and you can find different ways of working with me. I have a new subscription, which is amazing, and it has it's going to be a private group where I'm going to come and answer your questions. They're going to be channeling live only for that group, and you can ask direct questions because it's going to be through Zoom. You're going to have tools that I'm going to be giving out to you that you can use, energy healing, all that stuff. And it's a really, really, really amazing place to be. So if you're feeling called to do that, just click on the link below in the description, or send me a message or book a discovery call. And then these are the ways that you can ask more questions about it or find out more about that. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.